Magic Treehouse Book Number 4, Winter of the Ice Wizard, by Mary Pope Osborne. Chapter 9, Wisdom of the Heart. Morning, Morgan! Shouted Annie. Teddy and Kathleen cried out in amazement. Annie rushed to Morgan and hugged her. Jack was filled with great relief. Hi, he said. Hi. Welcome back, sir, Teddy said to Merlin. Thank you, said Merlin. He looked at Jack and Annie. And thank you for turning us back into ourselves. We didn't need you on Morgan War the Wolves, Annie said. We're following you so we can help you, said Morgan. The wizard told us that if you caught up with us, you would really eat us, said Jack. Really? said Morgan. They all looked at the ice wizard. Standing with his sister, he stared gladly at Morgan and Merlin. I fear that if they got close to you, they might discover who you were, he said. But I will do no more harm, I promise, for I can see clearly now. The wizard looked back at his sister, and his blue eyes shone with joy. You can see because they have your heart back, said Morgan. It was not only your eye that was missing, it was also your hearts. We see with our hearts as well as our eyes. And now perhaps you could find the wisdom you were seeking from the Norse, said Merlin. For wisdom is knowledge learned with heart as well as the head. The ice wizard nodded. Please find it in your hearts to forgive me, he said. You must let you take you safely home. Yes, indeed, we must leave now, Morgan said. We have been gone from Camelot too long. The next time you come to Camelot, my friend, you must come as a guest, said Merlin, not as a thief in the night. And you must bring your sister also, Morgan said to the wizard. Indeed, I will, the wizard said. Merlin looked at Jack, Annie, Teddy, and Kathleen. Is everyone ready to leave now? He asked. Yes, sir, they all answered together. Merlin looked at the staff of strength in Jack's hands. Oh, sorry, I almost forgot, said Jack. He handed the heavy staff to Merlin. As soon as Merlin held the staff of strength, he seemed more powerful. Let us be off, he said briskly. Merlin and Morgan led the way out of the throne room, their red cloaks trailing behind them. Teddy and Kathleen followed, and Jack and Annie hurried after them. Just before they left the room, Jack and Annie glanced back at the ice wizard and his one sister. They were deep in conversation again. They haven't seen each other for years, said Annie. They must have a lot to talk about. Yeah, said Jack. He can't imagine not seeing Annie for years. Come on, let's go. He took her hand and pulled out of the throne room, through the front hall and into the hold down. Jack and Annie followed their 4 Camelot friends to the wizard's sled. Everyone climbed in. Annie sat at the rudder. Jack stood at the front. He pulled out a wind string and untied the knot. The sled rocked forward. He untied another and sled started moving very slowly. The sled was heavier than before, so Jack quickly untied 2 more knots. The sled rolled across the snow. Stand fast, said Teddy. As the sled was through the dawn, Annie turned to Morgan and Merlin. I have a question, she said. Can you tell us what the giant looks like? The frost giant? Merlin smiled. There is no frost giant, he said. What? said Kathleen and Teddy. Sure there is, said Annie. We heard his breathing. He nearly froze us to death, said Jack. And now the wind often swirls through the hollow here like a hollow, said Merlin. You experienced one of those storms. What about the Norse story of giving the wizard's eye to the frost giant as a gift? said Jack. Many ancient people believe that forces of nature are actual giants or monsters, said Morgan. The Norse are the last of their kind. They hold that to the idea that frost giant is a living creature who hunts the hollow hill. In truth, the frost giant never accepts their gift because there is no frost giant. Jack shook his head. We believe what the Norse believe. They told us we'd freeze to death if we looked directly at the frost giant. And we believe what the wizard told us, too, said Annie, that the wolves would eat us if they caught up with us. People often try to convince us that the world is scarier than it truly is, said Morgan. Run now, the world doesn't scare at all to Jack. Everything was calm and bright. Soft rose-colored light was breaking through the morning clouds. Today is the first day after the winter holidays, said Morgan. Today the light starts to return. The days will grow longer. Jack turned to look at the sun. He caught the sight of the treehouse sitting on top of a snowdrift, not far away. Jack tied a knot in the wind tree. He tied 3 more, and the sled came to a stop at the foot of the snow. Barney looked at them. On the winter holidays, you have shown great courage, he said. You endured storms and terror and extraordinary cold. You renewed the ice blizzard and the snow maiden. And perhaps, most important, you received my staff of strength. I thank you. Sure, Jack and Annie said modestly. You have done much for the kingdom of Camelot on your last 4 mission. Said Marty. On your next adventure, you'll have a mission back in your ward, in real time, not in the time of myths and magicians. We will call for you again soon, said Morgan. Great, said Annie. Jack and Annie climbed out of the sled. They looked back at Teddy and Kathleen. I hope you will help us on your next journey too, said Annie. They smiled. If we all work together, we can do anything. He said. I, said Jack and Annie together. Then they turned and trudged up the snowdrift. At the top, they climbed into the window of the treehouse. Once they were inside, they looked back. The sled was gone. Bye, Annie said softly. Jack picked up the small gray stone from the floor. He pointed at the words Frog Creek in the wizard's message. I wish we could go there, he said. The wind started to blow. It blew harder and harder, and everything was there, absolutely still. Jack opened his eyes. They were back in the Frog Creek woods. No time has all passed while they had been gone. It was almost twilight. Snowflakes fell like tiny feathers outside the tree house window. Annie shivered. I'm cold, she said. Here, take my scarf, said Jack. He pulled out his scarf. No, you need it, said Annie. No, take it. I'll be okay. Jack put his scarf around Annie's neck. What will you tell Mom when she asks about your scarf? He asked. I'll just tell her the sister of the Fae took it as a payment for telling us how to find the eye of the ice wizard in a hole in the hollow hill, said Annie. Run, said Jack, laughing. We'd better get home before dark, said Annie. She started down the rope ladder. Jack followed her. As they stepped onto the ground, Jack remembered the windstream. We forgot to give this back, he said. He reached into his pocket and pulled out the windstream. I guess Merlin's magic took the sled back to Camelot. Jack and Annie looked at the string for a moment. Untie a knot, Annie whispered. Jack took out his gloves and untied a knot. He held his breath and waited. Nothing happened. He gave Annie a little smile. I guess in our world, it's just a piece of string, he said. Jack put the string back in his pocket. He and Annie started walking over the snowy ground between the trees. As they walked, Jack looked for Teddy and Kathleen's footprints, but they were completely gone. Jack and Annie moved out of the woods and down the street. They saw Christmas trees lit, sparkling in people's houses and candles shining in their windows. Their boots squeaked as they crossed through their snow-covered yard. When they got to the stairs of the porch, Jack stopped. He stared at the announcements. Annie's red woolen scarf was dropped over the railing of the porch. I don't believe it, said Jack. I do, said Annie. They hurried up the stairs, and Annie grabbed her scarf. Look, she said. She held the scarf to show Jack. There was a tiny picture woven into it, a picture of him and Annie in the two worlds. Jack was speechless. Cool, huh? said Annie. She gave Jack back his scarf, and he tied her scarf around her neck. She tucked the part that was the picture under her jacket collar. The front door opened. A delicious smell wafted out from the house. Hi, said the mom. The cookies are ready. Come inside and get warm.